That's all I'll say. Was he your favorite, or was there...
No, honestly, Edge coming back and being that surprise return and him winning, loved it.
Was that the one right before?
That was when he had the beard.
Oh, this is when he came back from being injured.
One of his injuries. And that's always the best for me is when guys do that surprise return from injury, unless it's John Cena, then it pisses me off.
That was my favorite
hated it.
surprise
Absolutely
entrance.
fucking hated it.
I hated it at the time,
2008.
but now I'm a huge John Cena mark. So.
He comes in, they're at Madison Square Garden. He had tore his pec.
And they were like, he's going to be out for 28 years.
In October, January, all of a sudden, surprise number 30.
I remember being very shocked
I was
when
being
that
very
happened,
pissed
though.
when that happened.
I also remember that. You were
think
very
we
angry.
watched that one together.
Yeah, I think we started watching wrestling pay-per-views together at that point.
I was livid. I was like, no, he's supposed to be injured. Why is he here?
I think I was into it just because you were not.
Not into it. Not a fan.
So, again, I'm going to ask you one more time, and maybe you'll freaking answer me.
I did. I said Edge.
Oh, yeah, you did.
With a beard.
I'm so sorry.
And I was like, why did he shave it?
Sometimes I have to have selective hearing with my kids. And,
so you just transferred to adults as well?
Sometimes
okay.
I'm like,
this makes sense.
I'm out of here.
However, I did really enjoy 1995 when Shawn Michaels won by skinning the cat, by only touching one foot on the floor and then getting back in the ring. Although I was kind of pissed at the time because I was a huge Bulldog fan. I was like, yes, the British Bulldog won. And then he did not because Shawn Michaels was like, boop, 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 you're out. So that was the first time he won, and then he won again the next year.
I would have to say my favorite winner is Alberto Del Rio. Just kidding.
Was it Little Ray Ray?
It was I'm looking through the list right now. I didn't realize John Cena was a 2-time winner.
Yeah,
I didn't realize Randy Orton. I knew Randy Orton was a 2-time
Randy
winner.
Orton just bores the
I'm
shit
always like so worried that Randy Orton's gonna win just because they're like, I don't know, let Randy Orton win it. We don't really have anything for anyone right now.
But then that match with him and Bray Wyatt was absolute garbage.
Well,
it was cool visuals on the mat, but it was really garbage that Bray Wyatt lost. That's why it was garbage.
It was very garbage. But when he won in 2017, I remember being like, okay, why?
Thank you.
I don't know that I felt that way in 2009. Probably in 2009, I was like, okay, I guess it makes sense. But I didn't realize that
was the first one we went to.
He was a 2-time winner. Is Triple H I guess technically
I can go with the numbers if you want.
Technically, Triple H is a 2-time winner. I would have to say probably. I'm going to agree with you. Probably Shawn Michaels.
There are 1995. There are 6 men who have won it twice. Only one man's won it 3 times.
There's only one Rumble where 2 men won, even though there were 2 Rumbles where they... Actually, no, Big Show actually should have won that Rumble.
Which one?
The one that The Rock won.
Oh, right. Well, I thought you were going to talk about the Cena-Batista one.
Oh, no, where fucking McMahon blew his quads out.
2005.
What's your favorite Royal Rumble injury that didn't happen in the actual match?
Vince comes strutting down, tried sliding in the ring, which is something he never really did anyway, and boom!
I remember
both of his quads.
He stood up and immediately just sat down with his legs straight out and was like, "Lava, do the thing, start the match over,
start it over." But then then it worked anyway because both his men went on to winning the WrestleMania that year, so it worked out.
I would say I'm going to go with 1995 Shawn Michaels. I agree.
That's a really good one. 1998, Mick Foley's the only person to be in there 3 times with 3 different characters.
So what has the Royal Rumble has kind of become
the road to WrestleMania?
Well, no, we can definitely talk about that in a moment. Okay. But my it's become known for surprise entrance.
Yes.
Like every year, everyone's like, "Who's it going to be?"
Exactly.
Who's to your greatest recollection? Who is your favorite surprise entrant? And this could be someone who was never part of the company before, a return like the Edge for you,
yes,
or a John Cena for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my favorite one. That's probably one of my favorite return from injuries.
I think especially when they do like the one-offs, like the Mr. Perfect or like the Bubba Ray, or like my favorite's always been Rob Van Dam whenever he comes back. And I'm like, yeah, Rob Van Dam, and I'm like, oh wait, it's probably just for a Rumble, but I'll enjoy it right now.
Although I think that they've kind of pulled back on those in the last couple of years, and that's what I think they kind of have to. They're like, well, we kind of have to.
Although 3 years ago was when when AJ Styles
I was gonna say
Yeah.
my favorite one was when AJ Styles debuted, and he didn't win, but he was in there for a very long time. And the pop he got, even like from people who at first I was like, whose fucking music is this? And then I was like,
also.
oh shit, it's AJ Styles.
Yeah. The roof blew off that place.
It was like, from what I understood, the backstage news is that was like Vince going, oh, this dude is over.
How do you fucking not know that?
He was too busy formulating the XFL again, XFL 2.0.
If I was working for him, I'd be like, hey, Vince, just look at this. See how over he is in Orlando? Okay, 1 second. See how over he is in Japan? This could be in America.
Yeah. You know Vince. He's like, wow, I didn't make him. Blah, blah,
He did win. Vince did win the Royal Rumble in 1999, though.
He did.
With some shenanigans. Shock and surprise.
So, who was your favorite? Was it RVD? Was kind of.
I think RVD. Yeah.
It's always nice to be like, oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Get in the ring, you old rascal. I missed you.
Drew Carey was quite a shock as well.
Drew Carey was.
And he was not in there very long because he was eliminated by Kane. But, he's also now a WWE Hall of Famer.
So let's talk a little bit about the road to WrestleMania because didn't they kind of change like the way they're talking about what the winner gets this year? Because it used to be the main event of WrestleMania.
Right. Well, yeah. That's true.
I think the way they're marketing, you're right, because like, although what they say is that WrestleMania is an event that has many main events.
Right. The whole thing's a main event.
But here's the fucking truth.
The main event.
The last match of the fucking card is the main event.
Which will be a women's this year.
Which is fine, especially if it's Becky and Ronda.
I think it's going to be, I hear it's a 3-way. With Charlotte in there.
I'm fine with that too.
It doesn't bother me.
I heard Ronda's going to be gone after 36.
Here's what I've heard.
I know this is not Royal Rumble.
It's Royal Rumble talk because it is because she has a match with Sasha Banks. So, and then it leads to WrestleMania, which she will have a match.
She has a match where she's going to beat Sasha Banks tonight?
See, I don't know. I think some shenanigans will go on because of the fact that she helped screw over Charlotte and Becky Lynch.
So, but they're going to come out there and beat her up while the ref...
And help her other 4 horsewomen member win the belt.
Okay.
And I think she'll be, a 5-time champ?
I then hope Becky just beats everyone up.
Oh, exactly.
Then she's like, bam, 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 I'm the man.
Even Charlotte.
All of them.
Exactly.
Sasha, too. She just helped Sasha win. Bah, you too.
I don't need you, I'm the man.
Exactly, I'm the man.
So the rumor and innuendo is that Ronda has actually signed a contract through 2021, but she will be taking time off after WrestleMania to start having a kid. And I was like,
fair.
I mean, fair enough. That's fine by me.
Doesn't
bother me any.
You can't have a kid well into your 40s. You can wrestle well into your 40s.
Is she well into her 40s?
Nope. But what if she may have a kid and be like, I want to have another. And she may have a kid and be like, never mind.
I don't know, man, because he already has 2 kids on his own. Travis Brown, her husband. And so I don't know if she wants 4 kids running around the house.
Let's not talk about Ronda. We can definitely talk about Ronda some other time. Although she did debut at a Royal Rumble, so it's kind of related.
After the Royal Rumble.
She still debuted at a Royal Rumble.
At the event, yes.
At a Royal Rumble pay-per-view event. At a Royal Rumble WWE Network event.
She is 31.
31.
There you go.
What else do you want to talk about for the... I'm out of questions.
Undertaker being 0-2 in casket matches at the Royal Rumble event.
What was the favorite Royal Rumble event that you ever went to? Just kidding. You've only been to one.
I've only been to one, sadly.
Go Great Khali.
And that... Go JTG!
I guess we have to give some context to this story. Like right now, Johnny's going,
he loves it. Sergio later would be like, oh, you guys.
But we were up really high because we had to drive to San Antonio to watch this in 2007.
Well, there were cheaper seats.
And also we were pretty broke back then. And there was a child behind us who kept cheering for people, and it would be nonsensical, like "Go Great Khali," and we're like, "Kid, Great Khali's not going to win this match, man."
Sorry,
I know that he's the biggest dude in this match, but he ain't. It's not. The booking doesn't make sense on that.
No,
not that we said this to this kid at all. Like we were very nice. Like we didn't even talk to this kid. I think a couple of times we may have like chanted with him.
Yeah.
But
we don't like crushing kids' dreams,
right? Especially at professional wrestling events, because if someone did that to me at a professional wrestling event when I was a child, I probably never would be like watching.
Yeah, you wouldn't be a fan anymore.
Now, exactly. I like to encourage children at professional wrestling events. But then the next, I guess the first time he was like, was JT, were they faces or heels? He kept switching.
Faces.
He kept switching.
No, they might have been. I don't even know idea.
I guess because Great Khali was definitely a heel in 2007.
Yes.
So I guess it really started out with him saying "Go JTG," and that's when we were like, "Wait a second, one of the Crime Time guys is not going to the main event of WrestleMania
ever." And
then he said, "Go Great Khali," and that kind of threw us for a loop because we were like, "What?" Yeah, first you're that guy's a heel. You shouldn't even be cheering for that guy. I mean, cheer whoever you want to cheer, but.
Right. I cheer heels all the time.
When I was exactly most of the people I cheer are heels actually because they're my favorite.
Yes.
But when I was a child, I was like on the Hulk Hogan bandwagon.
I was not.
Oh, dude,
I hated it.
I loved the Warrior too.
Oh, of course. I was a Warrior guy. In retrospect, I honestly shouldn't have been. But
shouldn't have been either, to be honest. I should have been a macho. No, that guy's crazy too.
They're all a bit crazy.
Yeah, fair. Even the ones I like are kind of. See, I like CM Punk. That dude's a fucking asshole.
Oh yes, CM Punk. I loved when he was in the Rumble. Hold on, I had it 2010. Where he came in at number 3 and then kept eliminating people and then, would either sit on top of the turnbuckle and kind of do that whole checking my watch deal.
Didn't he, give a promo?
Oh, yeah. He did a sermon because he was doing the Straight Edge Society.
He was so good.
I loved it. So good.
Okay. What other memorable Royal Rumble moments?
2015 when good old Roman Reigns wins in Philadelphia and they booed the fuck out of him.
You know what I will always remember about that Royal Rumble? Not that Roman Reigns. I mean, yeah, I'll remember that Roman Reigns won, but I'll remember that The Rock was in the ring with him too.
Afterwards, for no fucking reason
and the
whatsoever.
look on Rock's face, like he lifts his cousin's hand and he points at him, and then he's like, you see the look on The Rock's face when he goes, wait. They're booing this motherfucker. Like, it's a bewildering look. Like, The Rock lifts his hand and like points at him and then goes, huh. This is not right.
Because Rock is not used to getting booed, let alone, he thought he was going to come out and people were going to lose their shit, which they kind of did, but it made no fucking sense why he was out there, because he wasn't on the event the entire time before this, and he was just comes out to raise his cousin's hand, and they still shit on him.
And they did. You're absolutely right. I'm sure that The Rock was like, this is not right.
Like, oops, they have
I don't know,
up.
But The Rock didn't really do anything after. He hasn't done anything with the WWE, in a while.
No. He would
from that moment.
He'll just come in randomly and do some one-offs or whatever.
But I think
he did a Rusev one-off.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I think it was in New York. He's a busy dude.
Yeah, fair.
I would love to see him this year. I'm just saying, there's WrestleMania.
No, it starts,
it's in New York
again.
It
starts in 30 minutes. So, I mean, the pre-show starts in 30 minutes. So I can listen to Sam Roberts. I don't know. Sam Roberts is in the doghouse, so maybe...
is he because of his comments last night
about Bianca?
I was watching that, and I was like, is he having a stroke or something? Because
Sam Roberts says, just got Future Endeavored live on TV. We watched it happen. What other memorable moments in the Royal Rumble? I think you brought up earlier the Three Faces of Foley. That was definitely a fun a moment.
I have another Foley one, but you can go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, it was the standoff between him and Santino Morello with the sock and the snake and the cobra.
Yes,
so good.
Fun, definitely fun. I think we could talk about favorite moment. I like Santino being eliminated that one year.
He still owns the record. He wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
Which was held by Luke of the Bushwhackers before that.
Which Luke's elimination is fucking great, too.
Oh, it was great.
He gets hit, goes right over, just marches right back to the back.
He bushwhacked his way in and bushwhacked his way right out.
Oh, good times. I miss the Bushwhackers. I mean, not really, because they're old now, and it would be weird to see them. Although we did see him wrestle.
We saw Luke. No, we didn't see both of them.
Yeah, we saw one of them wrestle.
I don't think Butch can really walk, I believe.
Yeah, wrestling does that to you.
Well, they were also the sheep herders in a hardcore tag team before that in Puerto Rico, so it doesn't really help your longevity of life, let alone wrestling. But yeah, Luke, from what I hear, Luke has an amazing wrestling mind as well.
That's crazy.
I know. You wouldn't think so.
Well,
from a guy guy only has like 5 teeth in his head.
I think it's because of their sheep herders.
Yes,
they're sheep herders, and I assume they were partiers. Like they just. I
can imagine.
Like when they were the sheep herders, they just looked like dudes that were fucking partying all the time.
Plus, are you telling me you're not in Puerto Rico and you're not partying? I don't know.
Especially if you're from Australia or New Zealand or wherever they're from.
New Zealand.
I knew it was one of those two.
Yes.
Like I don't want to be like it's one or the other. I wanted to be like it's. I don't know.
New Zealand is part of the continent of Australia,
exactly.
but it's a separate island on it.
I know where New Zealand is.
I'm just saying. Samoa is right over there as well. But, we claim that one.
Part of it.
Not the whole thing?
Yeah, I don't think the whole. I think there's
Oh,
I think there's an American